So I attempted to color my hair in auburn color, and as you can see, it's still very black. I try to refrain from using lifters and bleaches and stuff like that. So maybe if I really want some results, that's what I'm gonna have to do. But here are the beginning stages of my hair. So this is before shampoo, condition, and product. This is just me rinsing out color. Wow, child, for real. Alright, so here we go. All the way from scratch. So I have Redken leave-in conditioner. I swear by it. It's not too heavy. It's not too light. It's kind of perfect. This girl, Denman. Love her. This stuff is so thick. So much. A lot. I need a lot. So I just squeezed my hair out in the shower, and I still have quite a bit of water left so that I can comb this through. I need more. Alright, so how my hair is cut, it's like longer on the sides, shorter in the top and around here, and then kind of longer in the back. So how I section my hair off to kind of clip it is different from how I did my first video. I have a different cut this time, and I cut it myself. So I'm gonna do one on the top, one on the side, other side, same thing, and twirl it around so it'll keep its moisture in there or keep the water from dripping all over the place. And then the back, I'm gonna section it into like a split. So 3 around the front and then 2 in the back.
It was important for me to show you guys how I section my hair off, because this helps when you have an afro styled hair cut, or that's just how your hair is. So for me, I have to set my hair that way in order for me to have that outcome. So here you're just seeing me basically just brushing through the product.
First video, you're seeing this one. The Nairobi sets my curls. It does not dry wet looking or anything like that. It just merely gives me something to work with so that I can set the curls. I want them to fall apart instead of clumping up, because if I try to separate them once they've dried, it gets a little frizzy. So it's more defined with the Nairobi. Leave-in conditioner just kind of makes me feel like I have a moisturizer on my hair. I don't do oils and I don't do gels, so the Nairobi is very light. A lot of times people use it to set their hair when they have relaxers, and my beautician introduced it to me about a year ago, and it's worked wonders for me just to be able to comb through my hair. It goes well with gel, it goes well with conditioner, oil, whatever. It just works well with me brushing my hair and setting it. You gotta take your time. Almost if you were flat ironing your hair, It's the same steps with parting it off and making sure you cater to each section as you're combing through it, making sure it's nice and detangled and it just drops. Making sure you spread the product evenly, and then when I sit under the dryer, it dries. It doesn't have any residue at all. That's another thing what I love about the conditioner, or the leave-in conditioner. Let me shrink down. See, this part is a little longer in the top, and then it kind of goes shorter to kind of give my afro effect. Alright, done with the back. I don't know what it looks like back there. I guess I'll see once I turn the camera off. The sections don't have to be as small for me around the frame of my face because just the hair texture is just different. So I can move a lot faster once I get done with the back and the center of my hair. This side, and then I like to do the center last because then when it's falling in my face, it doesn't stop me from seeing what I got going on the other side of my head. So center is last. So you see how it's a lot different than the sides and everywhere else, but miraculously when it dries, it's not like that. I tend to get a lot of gray hairs around the frame of my face, so I do a lot more coloring there. Because of me coloring my frame more often than probably anyone should, I think that's why I tend to get more relaxed curl around the front. But I just have to live with that. It's either that or gray hairs. See what I mean? Just different. So if I curl, okay, here's a technique with this brush. How amazing it is. Even though it's straight, if I take this brush and I twirl it around, it's gonna give me a real live curl. And then push it up. So that brush to me is a curly girl dream, because it makes all my curls consistent and it curls the ends, where if I just did the finger combing technique, my ends would be straight. See what I mean? But when I come back after sitting underneath the dryer, you'll see what I mean. And then I usually sit under the dryer for about 20 minutes, just enough to get it just to dry the product out. And then I like to do this at night because I like to sleep on my hair, and then that way in the morning it's not so flat, it's nice in bed head. And so for me, that's ideal. I don't like the look when I try to use a pick or just fluffing it up. I'll fluff it up after a couple of days, but on like my first couple of days, it's just merely bed head. And it'll get its own volume from me sleeping on it. Without a cap, I sleep with a silk pillowcase, no cap, no pineapple, no nothing. That doesn't work for me. I use these clips to kind of stand it up in the top. Even though I molded it to go down, I still like to kind of stand it up so it'll go up. If not, it's just gonna be flat. Oh, there we go. Look at me face. See you back in about 25 minutes. So this is me from underneath the dryer after about 25 minutes. As you can see, the cut that I was speaking of, it gives me a little bit more volume in the top and then gives me some length in the back.
Here's this little pillowcase that I speak about, and this is pretty much it. This is maybe once a week thing before bed, and this is my results. My hair would be a lot more big hair, and tomorrow after I have slept on it. So that's why I don't really sweat it as far as using a pick or trying to style it before bed. Leave questions and comments, and I hope this was helpful. I get a lot of questions, and I hope I answered all of that in regards to how I do my hair. I know everyone's texture is different and everybody's technique is different, but here's a little insight on mine, and I wish you guys luck and good night.